Goed. So, wie van julle het my 'n idee van of hy eers stygend of dalend is? So ek praat nou van aan hierdie kant. Gaan hy stygend wees na -3 toe of gaan hy dalend wees na -3 toe? And why? Remember, if we are looking for ascending, we're looking for first derivative bigger than 0. If we're looking for descending, we're looking for first derivative smaller than 0. Also work with the x-axis. So anything above the x-axis is bigger than 0. Anything below the x-axis is smaller than 0. Sien julle hierso, is hy positief, which means that this function must be ascending. Sien julle dit? Then for this part, it's a negative function. Hy lê onder die x-as, which means it must be descending. Kom nou. And then for this part, it's above the x-axis again, which means now it's ascending again. Is julle by? Nee? What don't you get? Do you see that the parabola is the graph of the first derivative? Do you see that everywhere I highlighted it green, it is a positive function, meaning it is above the x-axis. Now we said, where the first derivative is positive, my original function must be ascending. So everywhere I highlighted green, it's positive, so the cubic function must be ascending. Okay. Ek gaan vir julle kans gee om daai te doen. En dan gaan ek vir julle die vergelyking gee van die grafiek en ons gaan hom teken. Terwyl julle daai doen, ek hoop ek het genoeg hier blaaie. I'll make you a copy of this. Allemaal Engels gekry. Okay. Daai is nou afgerol uit 'n ou werkboek uit, so hy het sommer al notas ook vir julle op, maar julle moet julle eie notas maak. And it has the memo on the right hand side. Maar ek gaan nog steeds saam met julle deur al die verskillende stappe gaan daar. So hulle sê vir ons by nommer 1. Oh, wait, I'm not done yet. Okay. Het julle daai nou? Okay, so remember we said a cubic graph doesn't have a maximum or a minimum value, want daai twee beentjies aan die kant gaan aan. But it has a local maximum and a local minimum value. So as sy vorm so lyk, stem julle saam, daai sal sy lokale maximum wees en daai sal sy lokale minimum wees. So the shape determines which one is on the left hand side and which one is on the right hand side. Because if I do this, if it has a negative a value, then once again it doesn't have a maximum or a minimum value because those two arrows carry on. But here it has a max, now a local max. and here it has a local minimum value. Okay, so die vorm bepaal watter een lê aan die linkerkant en watter een lê aan die regterkant. Of die lokale maximum eerste is en of die lokale minimum eerste is. Okay, so if we look at this graph that we drew here, for which values of x will this graph have a local maximum? Do you guys agree? Nee? En dan gaan sy lokale minimum wees by x gelyk aan 1. But you have to know, because if it was like this, if the shape looked like that, then the local minimum would have been at -3 and the local maximum would have been at 1. Okay, the equation of this graph, if I work it back, looks like that. And if we draw that and we do all of our things, it looks like this. Ek neem aan almal, nope. Ma'am, will you please come open the gate? No, it's not the cupcakes yet. Kan jy iemand daar sien? Nee, ek dink dalk is hy by die voorste hek. So ek het nou gesê hy moet omkom daai kant toe. Okay. Goed. So, ek wil net vir julle nog een ding wys op hierdie grafiek en dan gaan ons daai blaadjie deurwerk. No, I'm just giving you that for now. We'll work it back later. But you can. It's not that difficult. You just sort of have to say, with what did I have to multiply this to get to that? That they'll have to give you. So they'll say, this is the first derivative and your original function has a y-intercept of -27 because you don't have anything there to work back from. Okay. But we get to, I have a whole pack of old exam papers that we're going to get to today. Yay. Okay. Good. I just want to show you guys one more thing. Do you see the shape correlates with where the first derivative is positive? It is ascending. And where the first derivative is negative, it is descending, etc. Okay, maar as ons nou die grafiek wat ek bo hierdie ene geteken het, op hom gaan teken. In other words, that will be the graph of the second derivative. Gaan nou mooi lyntjie trekkie. Wag net vir almal om in te wees, dan kan ons die foon afsit. Okay. What do you get when you have the second derivative equal to 0? Wat kry ons wanneer ons die tweede afgeleide gelykstel aan 0 op my oorspronklike funksie? You get the point of inflection. Do you guys remember? So you have the stationary points, and you can also say that the point of inflection will be at x equal to -1. So then this is your original function. This is the graph of its first derivative. So that equal to 0 gives you the stationary points. And this is the graph of your second derivative. And that equal to 0 gives you the point of inflection. Julle weet dit, julle het dit net nog nie grafies gesien nie. Okay. Maar ons gaan dit nou 'n bietjie herkou. Michelle, will you put on the kettle, please? Tea lady. Okay, so ek is op hierdie bladsy en ek gaan net saam met julle begin en dan gaan ons nou 'n breek vat. Laat ons net gou 'n bietjie kan proses. Yes, second derivative equal to 0 gives you the x value for the point of inflection. Fancy. Okay, goed, kom ons begin net met hierdie ene. They say the line is the graph of the derivative of function g. So dit is die moeite werd om dan onmiddellik vir jouself te sê, as hierdie lyn die grafiek is van die eerste afgeleide. Oh man, kom. Dis die bladsy. Okay. If that line is the graph of the first derivative, so that is gx, then what will gx be? Wat se soort grafiek gaan g van x dan wees? As die eerste afgeleide 'n reguit lyn is, dan beteken dit die oorspronklike grafiek moet wat wees? 'n Parabool. Meaning that this will be ax squared plus bx plus c. Nee, dis mos die vorm waartoe ons werk as ons werk na 'n parabool toe. Ons het nog nie enige vrae begin beantwoord nie, maar dit moet jy onmiddellik kan sien van daai inligting af. It's just water boiling, it's going to be okay. Okay. Dan vra hulle vir jou, vir watter waardes van x is g van x? So, is g of x, and remember this is the original function. So as hulle vir jou vra, vir watter waardes van x is hy toenemend? What are we looking for? For ascending, we are looking for that bigger than 0. Stem julle saam? So waar is my reguit lyn positief vir watter waardes van x? For x. Stem julle almal saam, ons gaan werk rondom hierdie waarde. Okay. Goed. Okay.